to the 40.
Bring it up.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Buccaneers, first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready. Blue lady. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
From the 45 on second down, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. And they try to sweep to Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a second and long.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Kill, 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 kill. Let's go. Check 4. Let's go.
To throw is Winston. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
One-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
The catch made by Miller. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Patchy.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert.
Check 37.
Let's go.
Jameis now on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Get off the field, D. Out, 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 out. Slam, slam.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a third and 10. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a third and long.
43 the mic, boy. 43. Check, check.
Working out of the gun, Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Gay's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check safety, check safety. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. Pressure too much. Down he goes. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy, he put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about
that.
Super tall.
Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Here we go. Check.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
From the gun, Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Throwing on 2nd down, Murray. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Watch Avery Creeping. Safety's creeping. Switch.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
First down, Arizona.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. And incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 24. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And that will be incomplete. On 4th down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. 10.
Shift. Watch the shift.
33, triple T.
Check 15.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Byrd on the return. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Ndamukong Suh picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it to Hakeem Butler there, and it's third down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And an alley to run. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on third and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on fourth down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
He's coming. We got double up.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
You got it.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Check. Crouch. Deuce.
Hey, stop. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's got Miller. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Here we go, even.
First and 10 at the
Top
37-yard
dog.
line.
Safe.
Draw play, Winston to Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 9-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
We gotta get the ball. D, get the ball right here. Let's go.
Jameis to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Come on. Stand there.
Winston on 3rd and 2. It's caught. Jones. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready.
You go.
Hey, 5 on 50. 5 on 50.
You got time right there. Watch out.
Now Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Out to the right here to Wilson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First down, Murray. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. On 2nd down, Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Winston. And he fires one incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. 3rd down here.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Winston. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jameis again. Forced out to his left. And Winston lost the football. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Ready? Flash 22. Check, boy. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
You tighten up. Check 31. Check 31. Jam. 43's the mic.
430.
Blue down. 43, go.
1st down, Winston. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Get wide.
On 2nd down, Winston again. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Winston now from the 50. Open man has got it. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. A first down throw for Winston. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Gay knocks this one through. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. To throw again on second down. Murray rolling to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Kyler Murray, a 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level. That one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Check, walk 54, walk 54. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Go. 54.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
All day, dog.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 20, 10, 5, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Throwing again on second down. Murray, he'll buy some time right. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Slam. Shift.
Murray now on first down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Vita Vea breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And the Cardinal first down.
Murray now on first down. Steps away. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Watch twist. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I'll get him.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Check back.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Mike 5-4. Yeah.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Caleb Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd and 15 now. Winston finds his man. Watson over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Winston now. The catch made by Miller. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing, Winston. He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Here we go, even.
To throw, Winston. Completion left side to Miller. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Jones. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA.
Ready. White 25. White. Check. White. 6 guys. Let's go.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
49. Check 49. Check 9.
From the gun, Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety.
On third down, Winston. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A big spot now for the rookie Murray. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Murray now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Catch made right side by Wilson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Last year as a rookie, Edmonds got more action than most people anticipated as David Johnson's backup. 80 touches, 60 of them on the ground, 20 through the air. 4th-round pick in 2018 out of Fordham, who had a whopping 5,800 rushing yards during his college career. They think his future's bright in Arizona. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally.
Ready, set, check, Mike 54, Mike 54.
get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Back. Under 10, under 10, 10.
They'll run it with Jones. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And down to the 19-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 45 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
36.
They'll give to Smallwood out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
43. Guys, it's game situation.
Let's convert. 3, 17.
Check three.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Fourth down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Murray. And this will be incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Back to throw. Out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. And this is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take the Texas Tech job, but the two maintained a great relationship. Both are from and both with fathers heavily involved in their football careers. With Cliff Kingsbury, he trusts his quarterback implicitly. Fitzgerald's got it right side. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw. That's Isabella open on the right side. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
He can't, man. He's not going to get me. Watch the eye.
He's back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
You got 4. 2 seconds. Check 45 on the back. Check 45.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Tampa Bay, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Arizona, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.